Good afternoon. Welcome to Jim Munley's World of Weather. Click on to long-range weather forecast discussion for September 27th to October the 11th. And we're going to first look at the period for September 27th to October 1st. I want to do this first before how I lose the maps. And then I'll talk about the tropical systems that are affecting the region. Guidance is in agreement for the most part across the country during this period. You can see here we're expecting a trough ridge trough configuration during this forecast time. Now we have an upper trough or upper low over the southeast. And we'll go, let me see what I have here. Now I gotta see what I have here. Okay. Okay, this is what I'm waiting for. We have this upper low here across the southeast. That'll be slow to move out due to a large block and ridge over the Atlantic. Let's see if I can get to there. Okay, here, this ridge over the Atlantic here, that is blocking that upper low. That might also have some effects on our tropical systems coming near the southeast coast. And northern stream short wave across the northern plains to the northeast will be progressive, and an upper low over Southern California shifts slowly through the southwest during the weekend as it weakens and lifts towards the plains. The region between these systems will strengthen early next week, and amplified troughing develops along the west coast. Heavy rain is possible across the week across the southwest to the upper low and the Carolinas and the Appalachians along the coastal front. This is due to deep tropical moisture and possible tropical system. All right, so we're going to take a look at that. All right, so we're going to take a look at the rainfall. I have a lot on here, so we'll take a look here. First, this is the surface. We come to Saturday, Sunday. You can see we have rain here associated with that upper low. And we go forward in time. Then we start seeing our tropical systems moving in here. But there'll still be rain across this region. We can take a look at the rainfall amounts for this area. So we see rainfall amounts here approach an inch or more, a little over an inch. Here we have 1.10, 1.20 across on southern Virginia. And then we go forward in time. So that's the GFS. And we will have that's the rainfall we're expecting. But then in between, like I said, that ridge will cause warm temperatures here across the plains. And you can see our temperatures here. And please, if you wait, this is like stuck. All right, now they're coming in. So please, you see these temperatures here. Please do not leave your kids or pets in the car for any length of time. Even though it may not seem that warm, temperatures inside the car can heat rapidly. And I'll show you on this graphics here. Let's see if I have it. No, I got to get it. All right. Okay, let me see. Okay, it's here. Where is it? Okay, you gotta do all files. Okay, I just can't seem to find it right there, so I'm going to go right to the desktop again because that's where it is. And let's see. I don't think. Oh, here it is. Here's our image. So this shows how much it heats up in the car. Temperatures, outside temperature of 80 degrees. See? So please don't leave your kids or pets in the car for any length of time. Look before you lock. Okay. We're going to look at the period now for October 2nd to the 6th. And what we have is most of our guidance are showing a low amplitude flow. Here's our tropical system. The GFS depicts a little change from the previous period, and then it keeps a trough in the east. Region, favorite trough. Let me go back that up a little bit. GFX shows a little change in the period, although a trough is forecast to move in Eastern Asia. And we see what's going on in Asia at this time. We go to the 6th. We see this trough's trying to move in. Right now it's a zone of flow, but it's going to be moving into the period. During this time, the AO and AO are forecast to be near neutral. So this favors this kind of a pattern. So for this forecast period, I am calling for above normal temperatures for much of the country and expecting anomalies to be up to 8 degrees above normal, mainly in this area here. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. And for this region, probability of occurrence is up to 40%, mainly across this area here. And below normal precipitation forecast for this region, with the probability of occurrence is 35%. Okay, we're going to look at the period for October 7th to the 11th. And little change expected in the pattern. Although, if you look at the GFS, tries to bring the trough down into the center of the country with a ridge configuration, but for the most part, a low amplitude flow. During this time, the trough tries to move in, like I said, so we'll see how that pans out. So for this forecast period, I am calling for a little change in the temperature anomalies. And for precipitation, calling for below normal precipitation here, probability of occurrence is up to 35%. Okay, now I'm going to get to the tropical thing. It's a mess. Okay, here is a look at our tropical system. Here's one, and here's the other. This system here, tropical disturbance AL93, located several hundred miles east of Windward, has become better defined, with showers and thunderstorms becoming more organized, and a tropical depression could form at any time. If this trend continues, the National Hurricane Center said advisories could be initiated for a tropical depression or storm later today or tonight. So in the meantime, this system is expected to move generally northwestward to a northwest into the western Atlantic, well north of Leeward Islands. Okay, that's what there. So now we're going to look at what the models say about this. Okay, we're going to look now. Here are the models. I have all the models here. And we're going to look, here is the system right here. And then we go forward in time. Here's one, here's the other. And the first system remains far out. Now this could have an influence on this system here, the second one. This first system could overtake this one because like this one is stronger. This usually happens in wintertime when you get a low that transfers energy and then it becomes the main. Then the coastal system becomes the main system. That's what's happening here. This one is weaker. It can still develop, but look how it is kind of merging with this one, according to the GFS. And then it lifts off to the northeast. That's the GFS. We look at the European. Here's one, here's the other. Keeps the system separate. AL93 moves toward, and then that gets absorbed, keeping the two systems separate, and then takes it out. Here is the European ensembles. Oh, no, I don't have that. Okay. All right. Okay. Here are what we're going to look at now for the tropics. Okay, that system right now at 93L has a 90% chance developing in the next 48 hours and a 48% chance developing in the next 7 days. So it's forecast to develop any time. I'm going to be running out of time, I think. So we're going to look here. All right, so here's the energy here. Here is the Canadian. Now, here's the one system. Here's the other one. And then it keeps the system separate and takes it out. All right, here is the GFS. Doesn't have any development of AL93, but the other one goes out. We're going to take a look at the other system now. Here is a European. Here are the two systems, and this will depend on how much troughing here is along the East Coast at this time. All right, because the East trough is going to be moving in. Here's a European. Takes a system, steers it out. All right, so there's a lot of possibilities. This could still come towards the Carolinas to bring a rain event. That's why I said in the forecast it could be heavy rain. So we can look at, I've been monitoring this storm here with the systems. I'm watching the planes come in on this, watching the system. And we can look at, okay, let me see. Let me go back. Okay, Invest 94L. Okay, here. So here are the models showing this, okay? Now we'll look at the other models. Bring it in here. And here is more Invest 94L. All right. And 93L. We can look at that real quick. Brings it out. So we'll look at a couple other ones. Before they were shown coming into New Jersey, this is very interesting. So a lot can happen in the next couple days. The people along the southeast coast, keep an eye on this thing. Okay, I'll have more on this in YouTube Live, so stay tuned. Go to my YouTube Live channel, all right? So that's it for now. That is the long-range weather forecast discussion for September 29th to October the 11th. Thanks for coming, Jim Only's World of Weather, and have a good day.